Good morning. It's wet and windy old morning. My name's Cliff and welcome to Cliff Harvey RC Planes. The start of today's video, I'm going to be hopefully making some sort of machine gun for my Mannock David Boddington Mannock biplane, and the gun's going to sit up here somewhere. So what I've done yesterday, I made a couple of, this is light cardboard, I've made a couple of paper tubes, damped them off and wound them around a bit of 1/2 inch dowel. They're now dry this morning, so now I've got to glue the tubes. I've got a bit of, I'm going to try Pritt or stick, glue stick into 2 different diameters to form the basis of the gun itself. So I'll just angle it down a bit. See what I'm doing now. So just run a line of the glue stick along there. We come in slightly. Just to make sure it stays, and then I can cut to keep it perfectly round. I'll cut a couple of balsa circles just to put each end. That will keep it nice and round. Right, we'll let that set off. Let that set off, and we'll come back to stage 2 of that in a moment. Back soon. Got some slightly thicker card here. I'm going to cut a couple of bands out to wrap around the front and back of the gun, because there's little thicker bits. Yeah, I think a double thickness is going to be better. You just glue those together. These just wrap around each end of the gun. All will be revealed. Okay, there we are. 3 samples all done. So we'll carry on with that in a minute, and got to work out what I've got to do next. Right, chaps. So I've cut one piece of balsa. There we are. I've cut one piece of balsa that's just sitting in the end there. Just dripped a load of super glue down on the inside after I tapped it flat. The way I'm doing it, I'm just drawing around a penny like that. So I'm just sanding down to the line. First of all, I'll just sand off the high points. I think I've got to get quite close to the line. There, it nearly going in. It might just tap in, but I'm not going to chance it yet. It's quite a tight fit. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of that tapering sand. Put a bit around the edge actually. Crappy edge there. Let's put some in there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to tap it gently till it's flush. That's got it. I'm happy with that. He's in. So I'm going to let that set, and then I'm going to come back to it. Okay guys, I'm just cracking on with the machine gun. I made a slight miscalculation in the reading of the plans. I thought the back end of the machine gun was a tube as well, but of course it's a square. Well, it's a block anyway. So I've just quickly stuck this together. I'm going to give it a little sand in a minute. That's going to go on there. I've got to, looking at the picture, I'm going to put a little sight on the end. It's not a true sight. Got a nice bit of packing here guys from a Swiss roll. I'm just going to wrap that around, and that will give it that nice Vickers machine gun type finish. Right guys, so I'm just going to work my way around, sticking that on. I feel my fingers getting a little bit sticky as well. Moving around the perimeter, getting the excess off on the paper as I go. So that's one bit on. Do you like that? It'll all look correct by the time I've finished. And one bit on this bit, according to the picture. Start the join on the bottom. I bought some servos this afternoon to install into the wings, guys. The slightly smaller servos, but metal geared and ball raced. Okay, so that looks like that. Let's see if it will sound. Let's put that to one side. Had to happen, guys, didn't it? I popped that to one side so I didn't spill it. And what did I do? Had to happen, didn't it? Let's just put that down there. Not the end of the world. Or is it? No, it's not really. It's curing all over my fingers, so it's funny, isn't it? That will do nicely, and I'm going to use Crit, I think, for this. Like that, and then that has to just wind carefully around, tucking in there, right, just like that, probably. There you go. So that's the barrel done. That bit will go on there, which I'll super glue on. Let's see. A little drop beside it, see if it wicks in like that. And I can put some more on this side. There we are. How's that look? Very good, Clifford, very good. Okay, coming on, guys, coming on. Now, what about the trigger handles and the cocking handle on the side? And there's a little knob at the top there. Top of there, like that. Is that right? Actually, it's slightly off to one side. Put that on there like that. Put a bit more super glue on in a minute. So we run it in around. So we've got two little handles on the back now. That's what you grip. So that's what we got so far. I think that will sit quite nicely on top of the fuselage. In fact, I'm going to place it there now. How about that? Quite pleased with that. I'll catch you in a minute. Thanks for watching. Not worried about it. Right. Let's just pop that on there. Goes on there. Like that. I think the bullets might... Let's get this bit of beauty painted up. This is the best part, really. All the icing on the cake job. little bit there. Okay, now I've just got to find somewhere to pop that to keep it probably balance on there, will it? Yep. Okay, put the lid on before I knock it over. That, my friends, is how we make a machine gun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was a good exercise, and I think it's come out pretty well. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see what it looks like when it's dry, and I'll just put in those little brassy bits and offer it up to the plane again. I've just painted the oil cap in the top there, and I've painted one of the hand grips. I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on the second one. I'm doing them like a brown colour, for like to simulate wood. That's the idea anyway. I don't know if they were wood, but they look good. So the finished thing looks quite snazzy. The matte paint has dried kind of like a glossy finish on the cooling fins, so I'll probably have to go over that with a matte varnish. I think overall it doesn't come out too bad at all, not too shabby. Put that up there. I'm going to leave the actual what would you call it, bit where the bullets come out. Sounds technical. I'm going to leave that silver aluminium because it looks quite mean. So there's the gun just sitting in place. Looking pretty sharp. Right guys, I'm just going to glue the tailplane now onto the fuselage because the push rods are in and there's nothing to stop me doing it, so that's the next job. So I'm going to use epoxy resin because I want it to set off quick. So let's get going. Good judgment on the quantity. Perfect. Okie dokie, here we go. Popping it on now. See what we got. Just hold on to it for a minute till it grabs. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let that set off a minute. Yeah, that's gluing quite nicely now, so I'll come back to you with the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, then hit that subscribe button down there, little Spitfire logo, or click on the video below, and it'll be great to see you in the next episode. Thanks guys, cheers. Hi guys, just thought I'd show you this. When you put your bearers in for your servos, it's difficult to get them lined up with each other, the exact height you want and the parallel to each other. So what I've done, I've just cut two pieces of like 1/4 inch square or something, spruce, and made them a tight fit between the fuselage so they held themselves roughly in place. I then cut a piece of balsa, in this case it's about 1/8, and notched it for the bearers, and then just offered them in dry to get the bearers nice and level, and then removed the piece of wood just using the tip of the scalpel blade like that, So I lifted it out and the bearers stayed in place. I glued them, put them down through at an angle, lifted it up under the bearers, removed the blade, pushed it against the side. I've got a really solid fitting. The bearers are exactly parallel with each other. They've added extra strength to the end of the bearers anyway, so just thought I'd share that with you because I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out.